WDUM, the dumbest station in town.
Hello, let me drive.
Hey man, this is Chef Santino, Sunny Side Up, over at the IHOP.
Okay, give me a second.
Yeah, sure.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, man? Who am I speaking to?
Who's this?
This is Head Chef Santino, Sunny Side Up, over at the IHOP by you guys.
Good. What's this about?
Who am I speaking to, man? Just first name?
Yeah, Mike?
Oh, what's going on, Mike? Hey, I manage the kitchen over here. Just wanted to give you a heads up that we're on our way to do a pop-up hibachi pancake bar.
Okay.
So we're going to be coming in with a flat top. We'll be pushing that into your restaurant. We'll be decorating the walls with IHOP insignias. We'll be having a hibachi chef actually coming in and making the pancakes on the flat top and, squirting maple syrup into people's mouths as they pick up their pancakes, dicing up fruits and veggies and like caramelizing apples, building those into a volcano and then setting it on fire to caramelize the sugars on it. It's usually a really good time, and the customers get really excited about it.
Okay.
Have you ever had hibachi at a Japanese restaurant before?
Yeah.
Can you picture what we're coming in with then?
Yeah. Well, you're going to make a pancake out of that, huh?
Yeah, like we're going to be squirting the batter over our shoulders and stuff and doing tricks.
Okay. So
and,
are you saying that you're gonna bring that in here?
Yeah, we're on our way now. I'm riding downhill on the flat top right now to get there. Yeah, you guys are over on West.
Yeah. So are you saying you guys are gonna do outside on the parking lot?
Yeah, it's kind of a performance more than a serving. So we'll be going inside the restaurant. We'll be using the restrooms. We'll be kind of moving around and interacting, and it's a pretty cool experience. I think you guys are gonna have a really fun time with it.
Yeah, but what's the benefit for us?
Just the attraction. People come grab a pancake. I mean, what goes better with pancakes than cheeseburgers?
So you're saying you're gonna use our kitchens as well?
Well, I'll be bringing the flat top. Like, I'm actually rolling downhill on it right now. And
okay.
So yeah, once I get there, I'll fire this. I got the.
So you're gonna explain more?
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna like get there and like stonewall you. Of course, I'm gonna talk to you and explain everything. What'd you think, man?
Like that.
Did you really think? Did you really think I was just gonna show up and like?
No, I never had this kind of call before either. So I'm like, what's going on?
So
why the head chef and the IHOP calling and doing all this?
I mean, we're expanding. We're trying to move into different markets. The world's changed, and that means IHOP has changed. So, and as we move forward towards the future, I mean, the United States of America.
All right.
That's one country. The IHOP is international.
All right. So I'm kind of busy, so do what you gotta do. Okay.
All right, brother. So I'll be there. I'm like I said, I'm rolling down the road right now on the flat top. I should be there in like 15, 20, and I'll start firing up some pancakes. And like I said, they're free too. People don't have to pay for them.
Yeah, okay.
Because this is, and I'll be handing out coupons too for $5 off breakfasts at IHOP. Because you guys don't do breakfast at your place, do you?
We don't do breakfast, no.
Yeah, sweet. So that works out, right?
Remember, we have quite a bit of homeless people around here, so hey, we don't want to draw them here, okay?
Oh, with all the pancakes?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't want to make this place as a hotspot for those kind of people.
Oh, dude, I'm trained in jujitsu. I can help. Like, seriously though, man. Like, if you need me to, like, I watch a lot of wrestling on TV. Like, I can do a power bomb on someone if I need to.
Oh, come on, man. I don't want you to get in trouble. All right, so I gotta go. Okay.
All right, brother. I'll see you in a few minutes.
All right.
All right, man. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the WDUM. My name is Buddy, and I am your host. We're firing on all cylinders here at the WDUM studios. We're coming off a great Deck the Calls holiday episode last week. I want to thank Misty, M, and Topher for hanging out with Sam and I and doing the show that day. Don't forget to check out M's own Christmas theme episode on her Two Square Girls podcast. That's available now, XXXmas. On today's show, we'll play audio from an appearance Sam and I made last week on a public access show in Boston called Topic Time with Harrison Young. We had a blast talking with Harrison, and I think you folks will enjoy our conversation as well. After that, we play a show that Sam and I recorded with Misty that took place before last week's Deck the Calls. Confusing, I know, but I only mention that because we play a new game on the show called Master Debaters, and Misty mentioned it during the holiday show last week. All right, that's enough for me. Let's throw to our conversation with Harrison on Topic Time. Enjoy.
Hi, folks. I'm Mike Renzulli.
And I'm Frank Renzulli.
And for the sake of pluralcy, together, we are known as
the Renzulli Brothers.
Being a homeowner provides someone with satisfaction and pride knowing that their home is in tip-top shape.
However, sometimes repairs or modifications must be made.
You got that one right, Frank.
That's why at Renzulli Brothers Garage Door Repair, our goal is to make modifying or repairing your garage door as simple as possible.
Utilizing our new program, Door Pro, we are able to remote into your garage door's mainframe and repair it here at our office.
With Door Pro, you won't have to see one of our ugly mugs showing up at your door.
That's right, Frankie.
However, to ensure quality and continuance of care for your garage door, a Renzulli Brothers garage door repair technician will be standing 1 mile away in a crane to monitor the door's repairs.
So, Frank, you mean to tell me that this can be done completely virtually?
That's right, Mike. It's a new world, and the Renzulli Brothers are well prepared to operate within it.
If you would like to set up a consultation for Door Pro, you can do so by calling us at 1-800-REN-ZULI.
Again, Mike?
1-800-REN-ZULI.
Renzulli Brothers Garage Door Repair.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. We are now in mid-December. It is December 14th. The days are getting shorter, but we don't care because Topic Time is getting brighter and longer than ever before. I got there's a double Zoomer tonight. Second one in history. First one was back in the spring to New York, right from here in Area 58. Tonight I got two guys from the biggest little state in the Union, Rhode Island, although one of them is in California, Buddy and Sam here. The one up top, that Sam looks like Max Headroom. That's Buddy on the bottom there. With the big, thick whiskers there. But before we get to them, got to be these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. We don't have a lot, but they're all great, so we read them off. So we get Pals Driving School in Middleborough, taking students for January, February, and April of 2023. They're educating driving for Middleborough, Mass, and vicinity. We got Tom Otto in Middleborough. We get Carver Jewelers right here in the building in Carver, Ronald Diamond, Lyle Delano, Goldsmiths. We got New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We got good old Dave's Automotive right down the street, up the street, I should say, in Hanson on Route 58 right here. We got Pembroke Radiator in Pembroke. We got Crazy Axes Rec Center in Hanover. We got Pacini's Pizza in Middleborough. They deliver. We got Genuine's Inspection in Middleborough. We got the Gun Runner LLC in Middleborough, your Second Amendment Freedom Store. We got the law offices of Cahalan and Stefani in Brockton, specializing in personal injury and workman's comp law. We got DNS Auto Works in Abington, collision specialist, and we got Ocean Street Auto Repair and Service in Marshfield. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now, like I said, I'll introduce these two gentlemen, humorous podcasters, Buddy and Sam. The gentleman up top on the left is Buddy, is correct. It looks
That's
like
right.
Max Headroom.
I'm Buddy.
And the one, the one in the mob. That's always funny when I mistake the guests when they have two guests. Okay, that'll be one for the blooper reel. We don't mind. We love it. Okay. All right. Well, I think Buddy set the interview up, and that's you, right? And which one? You both nodded. Which one is Buddy?
Yeah, I'm Buddy. I actually have some. So
you're the one who set the interview up. Okay, Buddy.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, you're in Rhode Island right now, and Sam's in California. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna profile both of you. We'll start the conversation with you, Buddy, because you're the one who set the interview up. So tell me a little about yourself. You just told me some information that you began the podcast April Fool's Day of 2020 when everyone else was sort of in hibernation, fearing the virus, obviously, as was I at that time. So tell me about yourself growing up, where you grew up, and then how it led to you starting this podcast. And then Sam, feel free to interact, and then I'll start getting questions on your end as well. So go ahead, start you, buddy, if you would, please.
So Sam and I have been friends since we were in second grade, and we've been a fan of making people laugh, but mostly making each other laugh since we were kids. So the pandemic hit, we were bored. Our jobs were pretty stressful during the day, our day jobs. We created the WDUM, and it was kind of based off of a bunch of ideas that we had. We needed that outlet, and having a podcast where it's audio, theater of the mind. We started the snowball, pushed it down a hill, and we started to get traction with, maybe not a ton of listeners, but some decent guests that we find really interesting. A big part of the show is prank phone calls. We've always been fans of prank calls since we were kids. Like you said, grew up in New York.
Yeah, Mr. Wall there. You have any walls? Then what's holding up your house, right?
That's right. Yeah. What's holding up your house? Sometimes I call places and tell them I'm driving a Jack Daniels truck and that it spilled over and some of the whiskey got into their septic system. So I need to hear them flush their toilet. Because whiskey has a different flush point than water. So you can hear it over the phone.
And that, it's funny you're talking about toilet flushing. I've never brought this up on my show, but I figured, what's the problem with it? I mean, it's real life. We all do it. They say that, I heard it on the radio yesterday, that when you flush the toilet, you should keep the seat down because the germs from, right, they spray off into the air. And I posted on Facebook, what's wrong with a little fertilizer enrichment in our lives? People thought it was pretty funny. So I figured I might run that by you guys.
Hey, it plumes, right? It's like a smoke bomb. It goes off.
Yes, exactly. I usually don't close my seat before I flush. I want to make sure it's all gone first.
Yeah.
I
don't usually close the seat cover. Sometimes, actually, since I heard that, I read that news story about how it can make the bathroom smell worse too. Then I started closing the toilet lid. But that was a major part of my upbringing. Toilets.
Oh, cool. Me too. All right, Sam. I want to hear you a little from you. Talk about you. You guys grew up in what part of you both grew up in Rhode Island, right? Together in the same town.
Little town called Blunder.
Yeah.
Blunder, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in a.
Spelled like it sounds. Blunder.
It's a neighbor. I don't know if you've ever heard of Scituate.
Oh, Scituate, yes, but not.
It's a little township in Scituate.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, because a lot of towns have these little subtext areas too. I know. Yeah, like Norton, Massachusetts has Chartley.
Yep.
And I mean, where I live in Brockton, Mass, we have the north side is Montello, the south side is Campello. So yeah, I know how that works. But unless you live in those cities and towns, you don't usually know of those little subtexts. Well, all right. So tell me about yourself, Sam. Tell me, you grew up there, and what was your deal growing up?
Oh yeah, so as you probably gathered, Buddy and I have a lot of Blunder pride. Try to stay true to our roots. We talked about this a little bit before we aired. You asked me about my position as mayor of Blunder.
Yeah.
So as Buddy said, it's just a township, so it's mostly a ceremonial position. And I was relatively young for the role. This was a few years ago, but I was able to establish a couple of political connections. And some say that I wasn't the best mayor at the. I wasn't best at the position. Some have accused me of corruption, which I think is very unfair. And I think that just speaks to.
Well, hold up. Back up a second. Why? First of all, your audio is a little low. If you want to raise it, try to raise it. Secondly, okay.
How about now?
So yeah, it's better. It went up to a good level for 3 seconds, and then it went down again. So just whatever you do to keep it up it would be great. Well, tell me, how did you get appointed mayor of Blunder? I mean, I love the name Blunder. I wonder how they came up with the name. That's crazy in and of itself. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely the name suits the town. I mean, I don't know if I can't speak for the rest of New England, but we've got some crazy characters around here, and that sort of inspired us to.
The mic, your audio's going low again. Bring it up. Keep your hand on it if you have to.
How are we doing now?
That's fine. Just keep it if you can keep it like that, that would be great.
Sure. Okay. So
Yeah,
I'll start
perfect.
again. So yeah, I can't speak for the rest of New England, but Blunder is definitely a big source of the inspiration
You're
for.
low. You're getting low again. I hear you, but you're
Damn
going
it.
low. You got to keep that.
Let's see. I'm keeping it right in front of my face. How about now? Maybe.
Yeah, now it sounds great. But
Okay.
I know
I'll
it's
try.
more. Okay.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. So yeah. Blunder. A lot of crazy characters live around here, so that was a big source of inspiration for our show WDUM. And there was a position where I noticed one day a few years ago that hey, we're looking for a elections for mayor is coming up, and I was like, mayor. I didn't even know that we would have a mayor position. And I was like, you know what? I'd got nothing better to do. I was just living with my mom at the time, and I was like, you know what? She keeps encouraging me to make something of myself, so might as well just give it a shot. And so it was kind of like a landslide victory, to be honest. There wasn't a whole lot of competition, but yeah. So a few years later, I unfortunately lost the previous election. So I've been helping Buddy full time with WDUM since then.
Okay. Well, so you were actually served. You actually enrolled. You enlisted as a candidate. You win by a landslide. You were in for like 3 years. And then this is like one of the coolest political stories since Watergate, which you probably weren't even around to remember because it was in the 70s. But wow.
We refer to it as Blundergate, but it was only
yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, we only refer to it as it was only a 2-year term. And when I say I won in a landslide victory, I only won there was only like 20 people total voted, and I won, but I got 17 of the votes. A lot of friends and family helped out. Like I said, it wasn't an enormous amount of power in the position, as you can.
You hold the mic back. You sounded good. Now it went down again.
How we doing?
Higher.
How about now?
A little better. Just keep.
Okay, gotcha. I really don't know what's making this. When you can't hear me, I'm not sure why.
Right there sounds good.
Same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, buddy, tell me about you. You was campaign manager during that run.
So I wasn't his campaign manager because I was working at the station. So we did a little. We had sent out some tapes to some of the local radio stations because we actually used to have a public access show ourselves back in the day on PATV 18 here in Rhode Island.
Okay.
And we did a sketch show, and we always wanted to transition that into some type of an audio format. So while Sam was running for mayor, I was kind of doing the podcast and just helping him out from that side. Okay. So I wasn't really involved with his campaign, but he would come on the show and talk, which was awesome for the show because some of his supporters would come on and listen or call in with questions. We have a gentleman that's very close to the show named Waylon Wilford Woods, who's going through some health problems right now. I want to shout him out just because he's been a big financial backer for us with the equipment that we have. My nice furry microphone, Sam's mic, right. He's been a big help to us. So I wanted to shout him out. So meeting him was a big part of all this, bringing the studio together. And then when Sam ended his term, when he wasn't reelected, he joined the studio full time, and we've been able to do this, pretty much whenever we want.
The PAT, was that Pawtucket by any chance?
It was actually based out of the CCRI campus, PATV 18. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's not in Pawtucket. That's somewhere else.
Yeah. It was it was actually in, I believe, Lincoln, Rhode Island.
Lincoln. Got it. Okay. I've been by there before.
It was cool. So we would make the DVD. I'd have to drop the DVD off every Thursday morning to the guys at Public Access, and they'd play it. Believe it or not, once in a great while, the show is still on in reruns, and we haven't done an episode since like 2009.
Okay, wow, that's a while. Jeez.
Yeah, they'll play it randomly.
Yeah, I understand. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Did you both were you a student at CCRI? Both of you, either of you guys, or both? One of you?
I was.
Okay.
A couple classes here and there.
Okay. What did you guys major in at CCRI?
I majored in social work.
Okay. What did you major in? Nothing. I just did a couple of classes.
Sure. I just did some communication stuff, and then I kind of dropped off. And being the mayor, responsibilities kind of took over at that point.
What exactly were those responsibilities? I see. That's why I'd be so overwhelmed trying to run for political office and then winning the election, because then I wouldn't know what to do afterwards. Like having a date with a beautiful girl, you wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't. Well.
Sure. Mostly making garbage collection, making sure that our garbage men were adequately following their routes. And I took it upon myself to curate as much political favor with other surrounding townships. And that's when I started to be accused of. Buddy remembers this and could maybe shed some more information on this. But that's when I. Oh,
It's some of the a lot of Sam's foibles were kind of maybe not the way Sam wanted, but they were documented on WDUM because sometimes he came into the show when he was supposed to be maybe at an event, or he was kind of slacking off a little bit. I hope it's okay I say that, Sam, but you were showing up at the studio, I think, more often than, because we always wanted to do this. This was what we wanted to do. And
exactly. And a big part of the job, a lot of these naysayers who accuse me of slacking, as you put it, which I still disagree with, I was still able to function and complete my duties as mayor while I was, helping you run the podcast. Sometimes I was able to give, important shout outs to, citizens of Blunder who
announcements.
So exactly. Yeah. So.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
How exactly did you say you were in office for 4 years? 4 years as a mayor of Blunder?
2 years.
2 years. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you learned a lot. Let's face it, you're not going to please everybody. That's why politics is a tough game, especially the way the country is now.
Yeah, correct. I will say it was definitely a hell of a experience, a once in a lifetime opportunity. Definitely something for the resume.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I would be, qualified now. I'm chipping away at some IT courses. Maybe I'm trying to eventually. My dream job is to someday work for Amazon or SpaceX, but they're not really. If they're impressed with the mayor experience, they're not showing it.
Well, it's okay because listen, at least you're not in the slammer for anything like Buddy Cianci was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of a famous Rhode Island mayor, he's probably the most famous and infamous at the same time.
Famous broadcaster, too.
Mm-hmm. Great broadcaster, exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, but he said he had a good time in the Slam. It was more like Club Med, I used to hear him say on WPRO.
Yeah, what did he call it? A something resort.
Club Red, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, the Italian community in Rhode Island is honored. They're pretty much revered above all else, and that's the way it should be. I don't know why, but are you guys Italian?
You shouted out. I'm Italian. You shouted out. You shouted out some pizza places, and I think we can both agree we're from New England.
I hear their ads all the time on WSNE.
Uncle Tony's. You go there, best chicken parm you've ever had. It's the best chicken parm in the world. You're vegan?
Okay, I am. It's okay.
Eggplant with some marinara sauce. Delicious.
Well, marinaro's a snail, so I'd have to hold the marinara sauce.
They'll make it for you with just a red sauce, but I'm telling you, man, it's fantastic.
I'd have the red sauce. I wouldn't have the marinara sauce.
But don't you agree? In New England, I think we have better pizza, like New York pizza. Keep it. Chicago.
I like New Haven. They say New Haven has great pizza.
They got to come to Rhode Island or Mass and try that.
Oh, I know. We got great pizza here.
Yeah,
I haven't had pizza. I actually haven't had pizza in 24 years because I love pizza, but I'm in a very kind of a strict diet and I love what I eat.
Wow.
But I just haven't gone to a pizzeria in a long time.
Man, I haven't had pizza in 24 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Too much of it.
You have a beer going on. All right. What are you guys? Are you guys college students currently at all? Either of you?
I am not. I'm not a student.
Okay. So you both right now you're doing this podcast and you're and what other kinds of gigs you got going on? I mean, you say you're comedic and you seem very comedic. Do you do any stand up stuff at clubs or any of that stuff, anything like that, or anything on the radio besides the podcast? Have you ever been on PRO or any of the Providence TV stations?
Yeah, I used to do a couple open mics for a few years back in Rhode Island. Not currently doing any sort of stand up as it is, but it was a great learning experience, learning how to write jokes that way. And as of now, I'm just doing some, besides helping Buddy, I'm just doing some odds and ends sort of jobs that I can find, whatever I can find on Craigslist, really. So, just sort of like manual grunt labor.
Right. Well, you can't help it. You can't really do that when you're 3,000 miles apart, although it certainly helps to have this, obviously.
Sure. Yeah. I'm just to clarify for your listeners, I'm only in California. I'm just visiting some extended family.
Well, I know that. But Well, now, have you guys ever done anything else in entertainment? Have you done music at all? Have you played sports? Either of you?
Yeah, played very little football in high school. Played baseball and football growing up in like little league and stuff. And then when I turned 15, my parents said you can either I wasn't in the mood to play any sports or join anything after school. I was kind of just hanging around with Sam, making jokes. My parents were like, you have to find something to do, either play a sport or get a job. And I was like, let me make some money. So I went out and got my first job.
And have it be a job, right?
That would be nice.
Yeah, of course.
Be a pro wrestler or something.
I'm thinking, I'm looking at you two guys. Have you ever done anything musical? Played instruments, sang, anything?
Yeah, I play
like
the bass guitar.
Okay.
And Sam's actually a pretty accomplished tambourinist.
Yeah. Well, listen to this. I'm thinking, I always try to give advice to my guests that I believe will behoove them down the line if they choose to accept it. I think you guys would be pretty good doing like musical comedies. I mean, like creating your own little like jingles and going around and performing them. Maybe out late in the summer out in Newport beaches and stuff like that. I bet you get a lot of people throwing cash your way.
We would love to do that. We have some parody songs on the show too,
and that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Definitely.
But he's definitely more so the musical genius of the WDUM. I'm more, like Buddy mentioned, I can barely play the tambourine or the triangle. That all the musical stuff would all the musical side projects would definitely go towards him.
Yeah, I know, but you're a team. I mean, you yin and yang. You got to figure out how to make it. You got to make it gel.
Well, one thing we're trying to work on, hopefully this summer, is we want to do a WDUM live show that's going to incorporate some music, maybe some stand-up comedy if we have some comics, because we're actually pretty locked into we have a relationship with a band in Rhode Island. They've been around for like 30 plus years called Vague Perception.
Okay.
This guy Bomber, who is their lead singer, he's been on the show a ton of times, and we found him through Craigslist, and he became a regular caller on the show. We've done whole episodes around him. And we've gone to his shows and done some WDUM stuff there. So we're hoping to incorporate all that together into like a live event experience, at some point.
Okay, I understand. Now in terms of like your podcast, how many people do you think you've had on over the years since you've been doing it?
Oof, how many unique guests? I think we're up to like maybe 15, 20, because there are a couple, it's hard to remember the first ones when you're first starting out because they were just, for lack of a better term, they were just so normal. Very, very nice, very nice people. Maybe like they were just like, comedians that we'd find online. But then as we started to make the show more and more our own, we just the guests that we found, I would call them Craigslist people. They just got stranger and stranger and stranger. And our network, the network of WDUM, just grew and grew.
Right. So you want them strange.
Yeah.
So
it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the people that we found on Craigslist, we've actually been able to. So we found this person named Misty on Craigslist too, and she had a post out. She's a woman. She's been on our show a ton. WDUM on any podcast feed you have, you'll be able to find it. She was looking for a band. She posted on Craigslist that she was looking for a band. So I responded to her and I said, I don't have a band for you, but I have a podcast you can come on and advertise that you're looking for a band. And she came on. She was actually involved in a murder investigation in New Orleans. So yeah, there's her name's Misty McKelvey. You can find the news footage online. She worked at a bar for her whole life, and the owner of the bar was murdered, and she was interviewed for that. And she's been an amazing member of the show. So we had this other guy named Percy Crum that used to do a music segment every week. It was called Percy's Eye on Rock and Roll. And we had a little tiff with him. He was kind of like the third member of WDUM, but he actually did some voiceover work for McDonald's.
Oh, like McDonald's.
Yeah, he did an ad for them on the radio, and he kind of, it's a little awkward to talk about. He lied to us, and we had to part ways. So she actually was able to, we met her on Craigslist, so she comes on the show now and took over Percy's music segment.
Okay, it seems to me, it seems like you met everybody on Craigslist except me.
Except you. You met you on WATP.
WATP. I don't do Craigslist. I hear too many. I don't mind weird people, but I hear that there are some unsavory characters on Craigslist too.
It gets very strange sometimes.
It does. Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm perfectly happy reaching out to people on Facebook now. Even though you guys aren't on Facebook, because of people that are, the connections, grow and grow anyway. Mm-hmm. But maybe I'd like to get Misty on my show. She sounds like she's quite a.
She would be down for that. Yeah.
And she would be a great guest. She's got a crazy life story. She has a beautiful singing voice. She's sang on our podcast a few times. We have our holiday. Well, whenever you want us to let us plug stuff at the end or whatever, we have a holiday show coming up next week. Misty sings a few Christmas songs on that, which is going to be a blast. She's sung on the show many times. She's a great guest. Ton of stories, some crazy stories too.
Attractive girl, I assume.
She is. She gets a lot of male attention.
Mm-hmm.
She will tell you.
Okay. And she's got some more right now. I'll definitely reach out to her. But you guys, what I'm going to ask you to do is to pass the word along after we finish up.
Absolutely.
Of course, yeah.
And then Sam actually found another person. Misty's not the only person that we've had on the show as a long-term member. Sam, you want to talk about Sydney a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So a lot of the we were talking about the strange characters that we see on met on Craigslist, but to be honest, a lot of the weird characters we met strictly through prank phone calls through people that we developed a strong bond with, and it's hard to imagine because like as strange as Craigslist can get, it can only the sort of people who agree.
Move your mic up again.
How about that?
A little better. Keep a little higher.
Any good? And is this any good?
Better. Yes.
Okay. So, where is I? So yeah, the people, Craigslist characters can be, it can be out there for sure. But what might be even stranger is the people who agree to be on a show after you develop a bond with them over a prank call. So Sydney was one of these people. This was a prank call that I did. I called a pet store in Alabama. I think the original premise was.
Keep moving that mic. It's still going down.
How about now?
Yeah, it's fine. Just stay.
Okay. Hopefully, I mean, like this thing is like right in front of my mouth. I don't know.
I know.
So the original premise was when I called Sydney was I was going to see if their pet store would be willing to barter goldfish for guinea pigs or something like that. Not the best premise. We were just being silly. And so while Sydney was talking to her boss in the background, we could hear her boss.
Keep moving that mic.
How about now? Any better?
Fine. Keep it right up to your face. I've seen you. I know what your mouth looks like.
I mean, it's like
we're in the final 5 minutes anyway, so just.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
That sounds the best.
Okay.
So yeah, Sydney was getting yelled at by her boss, and I wanted to I told her that that wasn't cool. I thought he was being a dick to her. So we were able to bond over that, and we exchanged contact information, kept in touch over the next few months that followed. And so at one point she was on the show for long enough that we found out that she told us that she was getting married. So, and we were able to find a way we actually asked her if we could be present at her wedding because we felt like we were included in each other's lives at this point. And she said, yes, she would love to have us. We were very excited. And since then, she decided they ran into personal financial issues, unfortunately. So they had to scale back the wedding a bit. So it's just going to be a town hall ceremony. And so originally at one point in time, the wedding was just going to be her, him, and Buddy and I.
We were going to be the witnesses for her wedding, and we only met through a prank call. She had never seen us before. It's going to be the first time she met us too.
Correct.
Okay. Well. Okay. Sometimes people can be more trusting than you give them credit for. I think prank calls are hilarious, but you got to be careful. You don't want to freak anyone out too much because you can get in trouble for that. I think the FCC sort of has a hold on the phone company as well as everything else. Well, guys, guess what? We're down to the final 5 minutes. You guys did a fine job. I hope you had fun with me.
Blast.
Okay. So like I said, give a couple of shouts out, and then we'll wrap the show up with my music the way we began it.
You mind if I go first, Sam?
Yeah, go for it. All
right. I would like to shout out to my wife, Sweetie. I would like to ask everybody to please subscribe to the WDUM wherever you get your podcast. You can send letters to the WDUM show at yahoo.com. We will read those on the air. but please subscribe to that podcast feed. We have a big holiday show coming up next week. We also have a YouTube page that's got clips of prank calls and stuff if you want to get a little flavor of what we're all about. Sam, anything else?
Just a shout out to all the citizens of Blunder. If/when I decide to run again, you know who to vote for.
Okay. Good. He's the wonder of Blunder. How about that?
The wonder of Blunder.
That'll be a campaign slogan next time.
That is his new nickname on the show. The wonder of Blunder.
Like I said, I give advice to my guests. It'll help them. All right.
Thanks, Harrison.
So, thank you. Yeah. So you guys did a great job. Very colorful dudes. Just give my digits to anybody you think would be great guests for me, and have them contact me. I'm an open book. And I have one favor to ask. When we wrap the show up, would you stick around and do pictures for Facebook?
Absolutely.
Sure. All right, folks. Thanks for watching Top of Time. See you next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Goals.
Hope you guys enjoyed that conversation Sam and I had with Harrison. You can find the video on Harrison's YouTube. The link is in the show notes. Hope to see him on the WDUM soon. Maybe we'll do some toilet calls. Up next is a segment we recorded a week or so ago before the Deck the Calls episode, where we played the first ever preseason game of Master Debaters. We explained the rules in the segment, but it was great and always good to chat with our friend Misty. Enjoy. All right, folks, we're live in studio with Misty. What's going on, Misty?
Not a lot.
It's good to have you back.
Happy to be here. I know. I missed you guys.
Right back at you. So what's been going on?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It really has.
So what have you been up to? We've been enjoying your walk down. How do you pronounce that street name? I always say it wrong. Decatur Street.
Decatur Street. Yes.
Yeah, we've been enjoying listening to those. There's been snippets of that in the last few episodes.
I'm so glad. I'm glad you guys. I love it. I love walking down every street in the French Quarter. So
that harp guy was really cool.
Oh my gosh! And I wish that I would have mentioned that. Like his harp was made out of like construction wood. It wasn't even like it was a homemade harp that somebody had given him. I know. He was so good on it. No,
there's no way
with him.
He must have been playing other stringless instruments before that.
Had to be, yeah. I think he said he played guitar as well.
Did you guys end up going on that date?
No.
He was pretty. I thought he was pretty forward with you.
Listen, it happens every time. It's just part of. It's because I dress. Not provocatively at all. I dress like a 50s housewife with a poofy skirt and, the saddle shoes with heels. And so I definitely draw people's attention to me, but I get a lot of male attention because I'm so noticeable.
Yeah, he was definitely interested.
Yeah, I had another one follow me to my truck.
Yes, that's coming up. That hasn't broadcast yet, but that one's coming up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one.
And the music, it was awesome to hear. I was listening to that band play I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah. I
great interview.
Don't want to hate on him. He's our neighborhood crackhead, but he can sing. He really can.
Wait, the guy that was playing I Believe I Can Fly, he's the neighborhood crackhead?
Yeah.
Wow.
When he doesn't have money and he needs some rock, he just goes and sings in the square for a little while, makes some little cash. He's got his cash app
a bucket
there.
with him that he was he had a bucket that he was drumming on.
Yeah, well, he had a kid with it. Well, I don't want to say kid. He looked like he was in his late teens, early 20s. But that was who was playing on the buckets. He is not a crackhead. He's actually a sweetheart.
Crack
He just
adjacent.
likes to play.
Yet.
But it was cool because you
Don't do him like that. Poor baby. Oh, that's gonna be my Christmas wish, is that little boy does not become a crack. What? I mean, birds.
That was just too long of a pause. I'm sorry, everyone.
I know, it really was. Give me a second. I'm like, wait. You guys, I'm blonde, okay?
Yeah, so we've had some interesting stuff going on in the show since you've last appeared. I don't know if you've been able to listen to any of the episodes.
I have not. The kids have kept me crazy for the last couple months.
Yeah, you've been really, really busy. That's why we kind of wanted to give you the time to, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
A lot of parents have been using WDUM to help soothe their kids to sleep.
Really?
So, yeah, just to really.
Yeah, I would not recommend that.
No. Yeah. Trust me, my 12-year-old's already WDUM enough right now. She doesn't need any help.
So since you've last been on, I think we shared this with you. I don't know if we talked about it on air, but Sydney left the show. You did a show with her. She was on with us for a long time. In so many words, she's been replaced by someone else. We do have another segment that we've been doing on the show called Delving into the Mind of Big Bananas. So Big Bananas is this guy.
Elaborate, please.
Yeah, so Big Bananas is this guy that I found on Craigslist. That's a weird sentence to say, but I was looking. I was browsing through Craigslist. They have a forum, and this guy posts on the forum at least 7 times a day.
Wow.
And this guy is just stream of conscious thoughts. It's all over the place. So he's producing so much and he's writing all the time. We actually had to bring on a correspondent to, which I don't know if you ever heard the episode.
I love that.
M from 2 Square Girls. Listen to that if you get a chance. She's joined the show as our banana handler to to report.
Love it.
On Big Bananas, so that's been fun.
That's cool.
That's and really the guy's cool. Kind of coming up with shit all the time, so it's always something to talk about.
Yeah, that's great. That's perfect.
Sam, I haven't even shared this with you yet. I have an update on Waylon Wilford Woods. He's home at his penthouse. One of his people around him sent a note today. He's having some trouble speaking right now. So he can't call in or anything, but he's home and he's resting. Spade and I are gonna do some calls later this week, some holiday calls. Sam, hopefully you can jump on for that. But we definitely wanted to get Spade's take on the holidays. We're talking to Misty today for a holiday show. Anything else going on in the world of WDUM that you can think of?
Nothing comes to mind.
Sounds like you guys have been really busy, which is awesome.
We've got some other stuff cooking up that we're not quite ready to talk about yet.
Right. That's so cool. I have secretly hoped that you brought Percy back to at least have a regular music section because I felt so bad that I haven't been able to do it in the last few months. And
he called in a couple times, but last time we talked to you guys, they were in Las Vegas or on their way to Las Vegas.
Casino. Yeah, they were at the casino.
So Waylon actually had a medical situation happen while he was there. Yeah, so he was actually in the hospital in Vegas for a while. Percy ended up coming back by himself, and we haven't seen him since he's been back. But hopefully he'll be back on. Percy's always welcome to call into the show, and maybe we'll talk about him being a part of the show again, but we haven't talked to him in a while.
Well, if he's out there, Percy, I hope you're doing well. And man, same with Norman. That's crazy.
So you've been working on you've been practicing some guitar lately.
Yeah, I have.
Is it too early in the show to go into that? You want to wait a little bit, or I mean, I was really excited when you said.
Well, I mean, I've been practicing, but you could tell that I just started. But I sort of learned a Christmas song, not the one that that you heard, obviously, but I sort of know how to play Jingle Bells, but it's mostly open chords, which
Well,
is
I'm
why.
sure you can sing the hell out of it.
Oh yeah. I was gonna send you guys because I did I'll Be Home for Christmas and I fucking killed it. And I was gonna send the recording, but then I thought, well, that's a little emotional for the show. And that's why I wrote the other song.
You know what the best Christmas song is that I never hear on the radio anymore, Misty? Father Christmas by the Kinks.
Oh my God. You know, I saw it today as a karaoke song when I was going looking for backup tracks. So it's definitely, you know, you don't hear it, but it's definitely getting acknowledgement on YouTube. Somebody took the time to upload a karaoke version.
All right, so this is what Misty sent in earlier today. This is a parody song that she wrote. Let's enjoy.
Especially for WDUM.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking back from Quick Stop Christmas Eve. You may say there's no such thing as reindeer, but if you'd been with Grandma, you'd believe. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking back from Quick Stop Christmas Eve. You may ask, why was she at the station? A brand new pack of Pall Mall she didn't need. Oh, Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking back from Quick Stop Christmas Eve. I hope the police will believe his story, 'cause Grandpa wouldn't planned a Christmas tragedy. No, really, guys. Reindeer is what my grandpa calls his truck. He wants me to sing Blue Christmas next. Please send help. Oh, and if I don't make it, Merry fucking Christmas.
Awesome. Thanks, Misty.
We're cheering at the studio.
It's scary the things that go through my mind while I'm bringing my daughter to school in the morning, because that is where it came from.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. Sometimes I'm driving and the strangest thing will pop into my head, or when I'm talking to someone in my day-to-day life, and yeah, something will just pop in. Who knows? And another idea we've got going on at the show is a game show that we want to play.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to think of ways to use, the calls that we do, and when we make calls to people, how to turn that into a game show somehow, or into a game. We thought of a game called Master Debaters.
I love it. I love it.
So if it was me versus you, Misty, I would pick one subject, you'd pick the other. So it could be like you pick blues, I pick punk rock, right? And
Right.
we call 3 different random places all over the U.S. A Burger King in Seattle, a random person in Delaware, and a fry cook in Dallas. And we ask them their take. They have to pick one side, and believe it or not, they 9 times out of 10 they'll answer the question. We'll call them and we'll say, okay, punk rock or blues. They choose one. Whoever of the 2 of us gets the most points out of 3 wins.
I think that's awesome. I'm so in for that.
Oh, awesome! We'll put you on the roster.
That's
Excellent.
so
Yeah, we
fun.
tried out the other day. It was pretty fun.
I bet it was. I bet it was. I want to get the ones that I want to get the Karens. Don't you know this is a place of business?
Oh, we get some.
I said blues.
We get that
punk
before.
rock.
Yeah, you just got to start off by asking, what time you
Just
guys open
right
till?
up.
Hey, settle I'm out of town, settle an argument for us.
That'll settle it. I love that. I love that.
And then we'll have like
You don't
a
even have to
prize.
make much of a rapport. You don't even have to develop much of a rapport with them. either.
Right.
No, you really
But
don't.
it would be fun though. Have you guys gotten any that'll like really play along and have fun with it yet?
Well, they played last time. They answered the question. They were like really willing to, because then part of it too is that the other, like say we called a McDonald's and I asked them punk rock or blues, and they say blues, and I want to argue, I get to argue with them until they hang up, basically. And one person stayed on the line. I think, Sam, did we convince someone to change their mind at all and then change it back?
I was able to convince. Well, not really. The two people that we had, they kind of made up their mind. One guy was kind of on the fence, but I solidified his decision. But honestly, what I'm afraid of is just with people, they'll just change their minds to whoever they'll change their mind to appease whoever spoke last, just so they can shut us up and get us off the phone. Yeah, exactly.
If you make me try to talk someone into choosing blues, you are going to lose every time.
You're talking a big game there, Misty. Do you want to have at it? Do you want to play a match?
Oh, let's do this.
All right. Sam, you good to ref this?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what that would look like, but let's get. In case it gets too bloody, I'll step in.
All right.
Yeah, let's keep our hands above the belts. No hair pulling, no urination.
We'll call. All right, so this is Sam. This is the second edition of Master Debaters.
I love it.
Oh,
Misty versus Buddy.
All right, this is
So
Drifters.
what's the topic again?
Punk rock.
That should be
blues.
Punk rock versus blues, and which one is just flat out better?
Yeah, which one's better?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. No problem.
Now, I'm not saying I'm taking a stance on whether or not I think blues is better than punk rock. I think musically and talent-wise, obviously the blues, there's a lot more talent there, but I think day to day I listen to more punk rock than I do the blues.
Sure.
I would recommend keeping our strategies to ourselves until
yeah, that's right.
Just
trying to get in my head.
Yeah. Let's see what Burger has to say, or who are we calling?
This is Drifters Hamburgers.
Okay.
Sam, you could also, like, the host could possibly set it up. I'll do this one, but
okay, yeah. I'm trying to figure out what refing would look like. We can have fun with it.
Yeah, there you go.
Drifters on Mark Dablink.
Hey, what's going on? What time you guys open till tonight?
Oh, we're here at 9 till 9.
You guys do like fries and like sides and everything with the burgers?
Yeah, so we pretty much, for our sides, we have fries and then fruit cups and salads.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm actually on a road trip from out of town, so I've never my family recommended you guys.
Yeah, we're kind of like In-N-Out Burger, but a little bit more, less corporate, I guess I should say.
Oh, awesome. I'm looking forward to it. All right, man, we should be there in like 45 minutes, an hour. Is it pretty packed in there?
We're pretty busy, but just, we are drive-through only at the moment. We don't have any indoor seating, so.
All right, yeah, no problem. We'll just, can we park in there and eat, though?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have a parking lot available for just grabbing your food as drive-through only.
All right, cool. So we'll be there in like 45 minutes. Hey, dude, settle a debate for me and my sister. We're driving up. Punk rock or blues?
Punk rock all the way, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Punk rock. See, I told you, Misty.
Boo! Punk rock wouldn't exist without the blues. You know that. You know that, sir. Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil.
The Ramones. The Misfits. The Clash.
Robert Johnson. B.B. King. Muddy
Elvis
Water.
Costello. The New York Dolls.
Then we're going to drop down because we're leading into Eric Clapton.
I said
those are inspired by blues. It's all blues, baby. It's all blues.
But day to day.
Hey, burger guy. Just so you know, I'm in on this too. I've been asked to referee because they've been arguing about this for the past 3 hours. So I've been made the official referee. So we're gonna just settle on your opinion. What's your final answer? Blues or punk rock?
Etta James.
No, it's gotta be punk rock, man. I love
punk rock.
The Ramones are one of the greatest bands of all time.
That's right, man.
All right. The answer is punk rock.
Poison Heart.
Misty takes an L.
All right,
Misty. Better luck next time.
Yeah, I'll have to get him next time. time.
Hey, thanks, man. We appreciate it. We'll see you in a little bit.
See you in a little bit. Bye.
Ooh, I am one up.
You got that because he works at a burger joint.
Hey, I mean,
I'm just teasing. I love people who work at burger joints. I eat there all the time. Please, that's ridiculous. You got
All right.
Etta Jane, Rachel.
I've never seen Aunt Misty so fired up. I like it.
I'm fired up. Buddy, you're lucky you're not here in person.
oh shit.
No.
I'm trying to think of one that's more like logical and less like opinionated.
Well, we got to go 2 out of 3, so let's at least finish this. All right, I'm
you
going
want
to a
stick with
different.
the same topic and
Yeah, so we do same topic, 2 out of 3. Whoever gets the best 2 out of 3 for the same topic. So if I get this one, I would close out this edition of Master Debaters.
Gotcha. Let's give Abercrombie and Fitch a call. See what they gotta say.
They still exist?
I think so. I haven't checked out their latest newsletter, but
And I'd be interested in securing my win. That guy's still in on the phone.
Oh, there's no way you're going to get 3 people. I think if they answer that fast, I'm going to lose. But if you let me give them more info.
that call made that guy's night, by the way.
So much fun. That was great.
Sam, is this a preseason match right now? And then we'll do regular season.
Yeah, we're still letting figuring this out. So it's just a scrimmage.
I'm stretching.
I'm just drinking copious amounts of beer.
Yeah, I forgot my joint in the other room. So.
It's like
oh man,
2
don't go get
wildly
it now.
different approaches to the game. What do you call it now, buddy?
Abercrombie.
You mind if I take it?
Yeah, you want to start it off?
Yeah, sure, please.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you for calling Old Navy. We are located at 3535 Sports Arena Boulevard, Suite A, San Diego, California, 92110. We are taking a number of steps to support our team and guests with increased safety measures and operational changes. We will continue to do all that we can during these uncertain times. We are currently open and our store hours are Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
All right, can I try a PacSun?
Old Navy
Yeah, are they
Sports Arena, my name is-
sunglasses? Hello?
Yes, we carry sunglasses. Hello?
Hi. Yeah. What time do you guys close tonight?
Tonight we close at 9.
Okay. And what's your address again?
Oh, the address. Give me 1 second. So sorry.
Sure.
All right, that's going to be 3 Boulevard.
Gotcha. Perfect. Okay. Me and a couple of my friends are going to be rolling up about 20, 25 minutes. Actually, while I got you on the line, if you could help settle a debate between 2 of my friends. They've been having this argument for the past hour or so, and we decided to let the tiebreaker go to you. So they're trying to figure out which genre of music is better. Is it punk rock or blues?
Oh, definitely blues.
No, it's got to be punk rock. But if you're thinking punk rock,
let me let for you this, buddy. Go ahead and first try to explain your stance.
If you look at what's affecting the culture now, like the 80s, right? That people are going back to that now. Stranger Things, they're drawing a lot of influence from punk rock, right? The Ramones. A lot of the best music today wouldn't be around if it wasn't for punk rock. You can say the same thing for blues, but I'd say on a day-to-day basis, you probably listen to a lot more punk rock than you do blues, right?
Actually, no, but I
Sorry, what'd you say?
Was there anything? I said actually no, but I could see where you're coming from. Was there anything else I can help you guys with?
I was just
your
punk rock
Misty
is
side
better
of
day-to-day.
so your stance is still married on blues. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I make this quick. Ray Charles, Etta James, Jimi Hendrix.
Yep.
B.B. King.
All of those.
All music is inspired by blues music. Bottom line. So you might be listening to more punk rock sounding music.
Elvis Costello, the Specials. What about ska? in California, it's you can't enjoy a drink out in the sun without listening to some reggae, some ska. That all ties into punk rock.
Hey, hang on. Let's we've both players have had a round. Let's say Paxson employee. What is your final answer?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What do you say your final answer? Which one is better?
Punk rock or blues?
Yeah, punk rock or blues? What is your final answer?
Final answer, blues.
Ah!
All right, blues. We are tied 1-1. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paxson.
Now he'll shut up.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boo! That sucks.
They just jump right in.
That.
Okay, we are tied 1-1. We've got a trilogy, folks.
This is bullshit.
Let's try Joanne Fabrics and Quilts.
Okay.
Fabrics and crafts.
Yeah, they're not gonna like punk rock.
Oh, that's a good point. That's kind of unfair.
Do we want a grocery store?
Yeah, that's random.
Yeah, sure.
Or Home Depot.
Yeah, Home Depot. I think you might get a decent chance of either.
I was gonna say the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do Home Depot?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. Totally.
Hey, Misty, do you want to introduce this call since Buddy and I have each done one? Do you want to?
I'm not brave enough yet. You guys are.
Oh, it's pretty simple. You know, you can just we're not even pranking them. We're just starting out by like, hey, what's your address? What time you guys open till? Oh, hey, settle something between the two of us. We can jump in if you want.
I mean, I don't mind pranking people either, but yeah, I'll give it a try. Why not?
All right,
okay.
This is the Home.
This is Home Depot.
This is the Home Depot.
Introducing first, flying out of the red corner. Coming out of a weight of 165 pounds.
We're looking for new associates to help
I sent it to you through your
no home improvement experience? No problem. We'll train you.
And it is time. So you got this, Misty?
Yeah.
All right.
Paradise Yogurt.
Hi. I'm wondering, what time do you guys close?
10 p.m.
10 p.m. Okay, and do you know the address?
I don't know by memory. It should be on Google.
Yeah, I guess I can Google it. My grandmother had some yogurt there the other day, and she's just been raving about it. Before I go, do you mind just solving an argument between me and my brother real quick? I promise. Would you choose music-wise, punk rock or the blues? What do you think is the best?
I don't know, but someone just walked in and I have to go help them. So I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see you in a little bit. We can ask you when we get there. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I'm going to kill him if we don't settle
You don't
this.
do that in the South.
I'm in the South. Of course we do. Wait, was that a sound bit or was that a real person?
The we don't do that in the South was a real person who has been turned into a soundbite.
I love it.
All right, do you want to start it off, Sam?
Yeah, sure.
Tell them you have to go to the bathroom, so they have to answer really quick.
Oh, that's the ritual. Now I know the secret. I love you guys. I haven't laughed in such a long time.
Who you calling now, buddy?
I am calling the. How does the Cornerstone Pub and Kitchen sound?
They might be busy, but let's give it a shot.
They're closing soon, so hopefully they're just cleaning up. But you're right, they could be very busy.
You know what? Let's do Party City.
Shit.
Oh, that's funny.
Whatever.
Let's just see if they get it. Tell them you have to get a shit.
You're gonna win this one.
Stone?
Hey, what time do you guys close tonight?
9.
Okay, and what's your address?
Our address?
Yeah.
37 Main Street.
Perfect. Okay, we're gonna be rolling up. Me and a couple buddies could be rolling in a few minutes. But actually, while I got you on the line, if you could help settle a debate between us, because I've been listening to these two knuckleheads go at it for about like 2 hours now. What genre of music is better, punk rock or the blues?
I mean, how old are you?
Why?
I mean, it depends. When you're in high school, punk rock is better.
Yeah, I'm thinking on like the day to day. I'm thinking like the day to day life. You probably listen to punk rock more than you listen to the blues, because it kind of has like that faster tempo, the Clash.
What does he like better?
Well, one person at a time, please.
Better? Sorry.
I mean, I like the kind of happy medium shit, like the Revivalists and Nathaniel Rateliff and shit. Like not super bluesy, but up tempo. I'm like in between. I love punk rock too.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let's hear Misty. Misty, what's your take on this?
Well, I mean, I like this guy, and my main take was gonna be if blues is not the foundation of punk rock and all rock, even though technically Nirvana was grunge rock, why did they do a Lead Belly cover? Like,
right?
We're talking
Misty
about right.
Yeah, but
We're talking about Etta James,
One thing at a time, buddy.
and Jimi Hendrix. That's all.
if you don't have punk, you're missing out on one of the greatest forms of music of all time, ska.
Hey, not gonna get an argument there.
So if we don't have that, we don't get the Ramones, we don't get the Misfits, the Clash alone. You could be a fan of any genre of music and listen to the Clash and love it. I think on the Clash alone, you win with punk rock.
All right, I'll give Misty one more counterpoint because we've had Buddy two chances to speak. Misty, we'll give you one more, and then we'll settle it to this gentleman for the final say. Misty, if you had any, what's your closing argument?
My closing argument is Etta James leads to Howling Wolf, leads to, like I said, Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton. All of them are inspired by blues music.
Do I get it?
Okay, well said. Gentlemen on the line, what is your final answer?
The Beatles led to a lot of great music too, but it doesn't mean you're listening to them every day.
Yeah, can I make my final statement, Sam?
Yeah?
Sure, I'll give you another one.
Oh, I didn't get to make a final statement before. I'm just saying, and this is all I'm going to say. I'm having way more fun at a punk rock show, having a few beers with my buddies, having a great time. The energy's up, than being bummed out at a blues bar.
You're getting laid after a blues bar.
Let's put it this way: you're sitting down listening to the blues. You're standing up listening to punk rock.
Right, but you're going to get laid after that blues concert.
Punk rock chicks.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Okay, so we've had both sides say their piece. What's the name, gentleman on the other line?
It's Misty.
Oh, we got another Misty. Okay. What's your final answer?
I'm gonna go punk rock. Sorry.
Yeah.
Punk rock. Okay.
God dang it.
All right. Well, thank you for settling this between us.
We'll see you in a little bit.
All right. Hurry
I
up.
have to fight.
Thank you, man.
Okay. God dang it.
Do you think he misunderstood the? Oh, never mind.
Who knows? But he still won. He still got 2 out
The
of
fucking triumphant shit.
Excuse me, I'm just basking.
All right, well, fellas, I have to go. Something is calling me.
All right, guys.
Sir.
Hey, it's been a great time.
It's been wonderful for me too. I hope to be back on again sometime soon.
Yeah, definitely, Misty. We'll be in touch soon, and hopefully in the next week or so we'll be on again.
Okay, awesome. You guys have a good night.
You too.